Assalamu alaikum, Oracle Carolyn.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. I have no complaints. How about yourself?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah family. My Mubarak, Islam, Cheikha, LoveFire.
Walaikum salam.
All praises. Inshallah, we'll get started with a quick zikr, a prayer, open the floor up for you, Cheikha, inshallah.
I mean, and also, please make sure I can do a screen share.
Yes, ma'am, got you.
Okay.
Bismillah, I'm on the road, so bear with me if it goes in and out, inshallah. Astaghfirullah, I'm on the way home. Bismillah, Rahmanir Rahim. Fatiha 4 times, inshallah. And astaghfirullah bihi. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Salatul Fatih 1 time, inshallah. Bismillah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Al-Fatihi lima ublika. والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره والمقدار العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم استغفر الله به dear Sheikh Sufi Ba, dear Serene Sally Who, dear the Jeff Bordem Dom, dear the Jeff Sheikh Fall. May Allah forgive us for all sins, known, unknown, committed, yet to be committed, everything in between. Continue to guide us on this path. We thank Allah for this gathering. May He give traveling graces to all traveling to Macon, Georgia this weekend, inshallah. Continue to raise the station of our Sheikh, all the Sheikhs and Sheikhs in our order, disciples, talibés, loved ones, friends, and families, inshallah. Keep them all protected. Thank you. We love you, Allah. Astaghfirullah. 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 Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa taqabbal minni wa shikal karimi kawli ta'iban alayka bi astaghfirullah bihi. Bismillah. Astaghfirullah ladim wa atu ilayhi min zawahirin wa min ghayub. Astaghfirullah ladim wa atu ilayhi min zawahirin wa min ghayub. سألته بحق وجه الله مغفرة من جملة المناه تبت له من جملة الصغائر مع الكبائر ومن دمائر غافر لك كل ما تقدم وما تأخر وما بينهما فهمني العلم وزدني علما وعملا وأدبا وفهما ربي لكشف العلوم نافية وجعل يأتي من شك إيمانية اكشف لي الأسرار والغوامض يا خير من كشف أسرار غامضة اجمع جميع ما تفرق لدى كتيمنا كري وصفي القلدا لكل دا تفاقد الأعظم يا ربي بيكون وتاسيما كلاميا حبلي يا أكرم في التلاوة خيرا كثيرا منك والحلاوة بارك لي اللهم في حياتي واجعل فؤادي وطن حياتي أبلي كوني بشرى كل من ياتو وليس واحدة حب ما يلغيو نابلا نكون به تائرا من الذنوب والمعاصي والآفات ولا تلعت كل جنة التي وإذا متكم برحمتك يا رحمن يا رحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم استغفر الله 100 times inshallah بسم الله Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin biyadadi anfas maklukati. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin biyadadi majuti. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin biyadadi اللهم صل على محمد بيداد البداية ونهاية من الموجود موجود إلى بعد الأبد وصلى الله على خير خلقه محمد وآله أجمعين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله على محمد 100 times inshallah صلى الله على صلى الله ولا محمد 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم أصل محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم صل محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم ارحم أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم أصل أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم أخرج أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم ارحم أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم أصل أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم أخرج أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم ارحم أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كفيتو كاف ها يا عين صاد كاف ها يا عين صاد كاف ها يا عين صاد كفيتو كل دار دين الله بسر لا إله إلا الله أبلي مرادياكم أواه بسر لا إله إلا الله يا سيري الأسراك ما أواه بسر لا إله إلا الله لا نبي المصطفى الله سالبي لا إله إلا الله صلاة المؤمن بي سلام الله بسر لا إله إلا الله Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 100 La ilaha illallah. Inshallah. Bismillah. La ilaha illallah. 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 La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha la ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. 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 La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. Darrah Jeff Shecky before. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu Fatih one time. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatihi lima ulika wal katimi lima sabaka nasir al-haqi bil-haqi wal-hadi ila siratika al-mustaqim ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal miqdari al-adim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu to the family. Juma Mubarak. Juma Kareem. It is October 13th, Friday the 13th. That praises us this evening. Cheikha, the floor is yours. Along with the prayers this evening. Stuff.
Darrah Jeff. Sheikh Mustafa. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Juma Barak. Give thanks. Nur ala Nur, to Muhammad, peace be upon him, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, Sheikh Serene Salihu, and the beloved Sheikh Sufi Ba, to all the sheikhs and sheikhs and talibé, those that come before us and those that come after us, and to the divine mothers, we give thanks, we give praise. I'm so grateful to be here. It's been a little while. What I want to share with you all tonight is not anything that I read in any books or heard from any particular person walking on this realm. These are teachings that came to me that I want to share through a meditation that I had earlier this week. And once I received the information, I had to, hit the ground running to put this all together. And when I really got into it, I have about 9 pages of notes. I'm gonna skim through this and get through it as much as possible. I don't want us to be here all night, but it came through, this download, upload came through very strong. And definitely giving thanks to Sheikh Amadou Bamba, because this was definitely a direct transmission on zikkering. And I'm just calling this Zikr Rights and Light, the inner and outer breakdown of light is what came into my person. And well, let's get into it. So, what was revealed to me was activating more than, going into the physiological aspect of when we talk about zikkering, light codes and saying these very powerful words. And as we know, we have our zikr beads, and we say our zikrs outwardly, and we can also say our zikrs inwardly in our mind. So when I was in meditation, it came into me, my higher self said, you have zikr beads inside of your body, right? Like, okay. Let's walk with that. And I was like, okay, well, what do you mean? And from that question and that insight, turned into, what I'm sharing with you all tonight. And the first thing I said was, okay, well, what's the first one? Obviously, and it was speaking of the umbilical cord. So I'm going to share some pictures as I'm speaking, because you'll be able to walk with me with this, all right, with some visuals. Now, bear with me, some of them are a little strong, but we're all adults here. But I need you to see the visuals so that you can understand what I'm saying and be able to really grasp the concept of the inner and outer aspects of working with the zikr. So as it was presented to me, this is an option of enhancement to the practices that we're already doing. Should you choose to use it and utilize it, you will have the information. And so the umbilical cord, that's what came in. This is our connection to our mother. This cord has twists and bumps in it, as you can see. We talk about going back to Sheikh Amadou Bamba and zikkering. He originally used knots before using the actual beads. So when we take a look at this, we can see how you can obviously count those twists on there as a knot. Now, this is also connected to moving forward. We're really also talking about the etheric connection, because as you know, a lot of us don't obviously have our umbilical cord sitting around, so it's not about using the physical umbilical cord, but I wanted to give you the visual of what it looks like fresh, okay? And so what we're really talking about is more specifically the etheric silver cord that is still there, that we're still connected to, because when we talk about the umbilical cord does what? It is the means of exchange between the mother and the child with nutrients and, letting out waste, letting in nutrients, and also, energy and light, because that baby is sharing that energetic space within the mother's womb. So with that alone, we already can see that there's a strong spiritual aspect to that. So even after the umbilical cord is removed, we still have the etheric connection to that cord, which is what I'm referring to as the silver cord. So this is, in energy teachings, as far as if you're an energy worker, if you do Reiki or any type of energy work, okay, especially if you are someone who practices Reiki, one of the things that we learn is that our energy center is in our solar plexus. Our solar plexus is pretty much where our navel is. And so when we talk about that space, that's where we hold a lot of our chi, a lot of our energy, and we still have that connection to this silver line. Now, this silver line is very interesting because I want to share, I'm going through my notes here, bear with me. Because listen, I'm learning this as I'm teaching you as well. So, the silver line has to do with our connection to the etheric energy. And hang on a second. The silver cord is an integrated, energetic, and fluidic threaded structure of the energy filaments that connect the physical and etheric bodies to the higher self during a person's lifetime or incarnation. The cord is luminous and a major line of force of energy only severed completely after the process of death from the body. During life of a human, it provides powerful etheric fusions between the physical and etheric bodies and creates a two-way telepathic energetic flow in the form of a loop. This process takes place on a subconscious and unconscious level through the mind, body, and spirit. Silver cord is not only connected to the etheric and physical bodies, it is connected to all the subtle bodies and their frequencies and transmits all the etheric light to them. Okay, so we kind of tap into the tree of light and life God connection here when we talk about this etheric cord. Now, bear with me. Here another picture. Hang on here. All right, so now this is showing you more of the etheric connection. They say it's a silverish, bluish cord, okay? And I want to be clear, because when we talk about this cord, we're not talking about the energetic cords that you pick up from other people when we talk about doing cord cutting and things like that, because those particular cords are something different. And they can connect to you in different places, whether it be to your, to your sexual organs or to your heart or to your brain in some way or to certain organs. That's a completely different thing. This particular cord right here is not something that you can disconnect from and still be alive. Okay, this is your connection to source that feeds you the energy that keeps you alive and also keeps you inside of your body. However, this is also the cord when we astral project and when we soul travel or dream travel. In the dream realm, when we are sleeping and resting, this is also the cord that keeps you toggled to the body. So this is where you can go out and you can venture out into, the multiverse on your journeys and still be connected to the body to get back into yourself once that journey is over. So this silver cord is extremely important, extremely important. So in relation to this, also talking about some color, associations, the solar plexus is connected to the color yellow, which represents the sun energy, chi energy. So no wonder with that. But also in traditional African practices like Ifa, Santeria, Akan, things like that, they make special medicines that you put directly into your navel. That is a mixture of special herbs, prepared, prayed, blessed over in a base of usually shea butter or some type of oil. Okay, and the solar plexus is where our chi is housed. Also understand that, like I said, these cords can be, other cords can be attached to you, but we're talking about something different. Okay, but I'm going to stop here because I've kind of said a little bit, but were there any questions right now about what I've already shared? Okay. All right, give thanks. All right, now let me move on to the next one. So that's the first connection. That's the first one is, working with the umbilical silver cord as a part of your zikrs, okay? And I'm gonna walk you through that later on how exactly to do that. There's 2 specific meditations that was given to me that I will share with you all once we get towards the end of the presentation, okay? All right, I'm trying to multitask here. So let me go to the next photo that I wanna share. All right, so now, the other one that we're going to talk about is the human. Okay, look at the human spine. If you take a moment to just rub down the back of your spine, you literally feel the knots going up the back of your spine. Okay, and there are exactly 33 vertebrae going up the spine. And so you'll feel those humps. Like I said, the spine is the main connector to distributing light and messages throughout the body. The chakras, the brain, and the organs, reaching the state of samadhi or total bliss. So when our energy is completely open and able to move up the spine, or Jacob's ladder, if you will, our tree of life, up the spine, which we call samadhi, total bliss. This is when you have no blockages in the body and the flow of light is freely passing from the root to the crown. And like I said, it's 33 vertebrae. 33 is the number of the master teacher. Okay, so we already can see that there is a connection with the spine and master energies, master teachers, connecting to master energies, master light. Okay, the individual bones that interlock with each other to form the spinal column. The spine is divided into 5 regions: 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral, and 4 coccygeal areas, okay? I'm not gonna break down all of that. We'll be here all night, but you can kind of see what I'm saying here. I do wanna show you all another picture. Bear with me here. We're gonna get this all the way together. All right, so here we go. So now we can actually see, more of a visual here as well from inside the body, how this works. Okay, so let's talk about the first 2 vertebrae though, which is really, really, really interesting. Which is called C1 and C2. The vertebrae are considered highly specialized and given unique names. Okay, so the C2 is called the atlas and the C1 is called the axis. These happen to be located at the top of the spine. All right, let's talk about what the atlas means. The atlas in Greek means bearer of the heavens. Atlas is also the Greek god of strength and endurance. Atlas is also used as the metaphor for the people who produce the most in society. Atlas also means maps. Going deeper, in 1595, a collection of maps by Gerardus Mercator was published with the word Atlas in the title. Atlas referred to a portrait of King Atlas, a mythical African monarch. King Atlas invented the first celestial globe, according to National Geographic. Atlas of the universe is the ultimate reference to the stars, planets, and celestial objects using the most comprehensive info available. Okay, that speaks for itself. Let's talk about what is the axis. A real or imaginary line going through the center of an object that is spinning, or a line that divides a symmetrical shape into two equal halves. The diameter of a circle is also an axis. Now, the term axis mundi, also called the cosmic axis, world pillar, or center of the world, or world tree, has been greatly extended to refer to any mythological concept representing the connection between heaven and earth, or the higher and lower realms. Axis mundi is also an archetype of any sacred place that connects heaven to earth and gods to humans. Also called the cosmic tree that unites sky, the branches, earth, the trunk, and the underworld, the roots. All right, y'all walking with me? Y'all following me here? Any questions at this point? Hey. I mean, someone speaking?
Just saying, we're following.
All right, I mean. Okay. So, all right, so we talked about the silver cord. All right, so let's go back a little bit. So the silver cord is an integrated, I talked about that already, skipping through. All right, so let's put it all together. So to enhance your zikr in relation to the spine and the etheric silver cord. All right, so this is what we got. Now, what I was given, what is this all called? Bamba-Tations. Here we go. All right, so Cheikha, I'm gonna do Bamba's like, yes, we're gonna call it Bamba-Tations, because what we're doing is we're connecting the inner with the outer with the zikr. Not that we weren't doing that already. Again, we're talking about the possibilities of an enhancement to what we're already doing, okay? You don't need to change your zikr counts at all, but what you can do is when you are sitting and you are meditating, especially, you know, if you're in your quiet space, so to speak. So as you are doing your zikrs, you are imagining that you are counting each knot up your spine, okay? And while you're doing that, you just keep going. You know, you start from 33, you keep going, however many you have, you keep going. Because what that's doing is that's bringing the light energy up through your spine. To further speak on that, let's go and let's look at how that looks. All right, so because the spine is connected to all of the energy centers from the base, or what we call our root chakra, going all the way up to the crown chakra. So moving that energy up your spine as you are saying your zikrs, as you are speaking your zikrs, this is also connecting all of your energy bodies, your subtle bodies, your four body systems. What are our four body systems? Our mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies all being connected at the same time. So we're counting up the spine in our third eye, in our mind, as we're also counting our physical zikrs. So this is giving you an idea of what that looks like and hitting all those chakras. As I said, right at the solar plexus, we have, you know, the yellow color. Okay, it wouldn't hurt if you chose to put some oil, you know, in your belly button when you are doing these meditations and doing your zikrs at the same time, because as it said before, also, you know, the etheric connection to the silver cord, you know, is also connected to what they said. It's fluid and matter. So you're tapping into the fluid and the matter, and we already know that the body, you know, has oils. So connecting all of that together is enhancing your zikr. Somebody, real quick, what kind of oil should you use? You can use olive oil. I recommend olive oil, black seed oil, or rose oil. Is this the secret chakra system? Well, you know, for those of you who came in from my initial introduction, these teachings came to me through a meditation. So if it is a secret chakra teaching. It's being revealed now. So this is something that came to me directly, as I stated at the beginning. This isn't anything that I read in a book, in any studies. This is something that came to me through meditation myself. So I was asked to share this with you all. And so that is what I am doing, is sharing this information in hopes that you can see that it is very useful. Okay. So the other part of so doing the meditation with the spine, that's the first Bamba-Tation, right? And then the second Bamba-Tation is speaking to connecting with the etheric cord, with the silver cord. Okay. And in doing that, when you're doing your zikrs and you're doing your repetitions, what you're doing is you're imagining in your third eye that you see those humps that I showed you before, seeing those humps in that etheric connection, in that etheric line, and counting that as you are zikkering again in your third eye. Reason being is because, again, that's the direct connection. We talked about what that connection is. You connecting the body, mind, spirit with source, with Allah, with the all, in that way, with the subtle bodies. So when you're doing that, there's no specific number, like with the spine being 33. So the etheric cord is ongoing. It's everlasting. There's no ending number to that. So you just keep going. You just keep going. With the spine, you can, when you get to 33, you start that number back over at 1 if you want to, or just imagine yourself starting back from, it's telling me to tell you, from the spine up. So even when we work on our chakras and we do certain things, everything is always from the root chakra up. That's the way the energy works, like up through the feet. We can even, go into talking about the Earth Star chakra, which is under our feet, even moving into the Soul Star chakra, which is above the crown chakra. Okay. So that's like 9 chakras that we can kind of speak on in that regard. So moving that energy, specifically being intentional, is what this is giving us the opportunity to do, is being more intentional about the physiological aspects of us doing zikr, and having more of a visualized experience while we're also working with our zikrs at the same time. So we're really marrying, these 3 things together to create the whole mind, body, spirit connection on a more deeper level. Any questions about that right now?
Like visualization is important during the zikr practice.
Visualization helps. Oh, wrong picture. Visualization helps because with everything, we know that sound is very, very important, with shifting frequencies. So when we talk about connecting that aspect, seeing ourselves in our minds, connecting to the body with the inner zikr that we have going up our spine, and the etheric zikr that we have connected to the silver cord, while you're also speaking the zikr at the same time. As I said, it's a marriage between the 3 things. So we're talking about the ability to enhance, on the physiological side with the energetic light side simultaneously. Now, I'm saying it's 2 different meditations because it may be a lot to try to, count etherically and count, by your spine knots at the same time. I would just say, do one, and then when you do your next zikr, try it with the silver cord meditation, and alternate back and forth as you're, doing your different zikrs, and just kind of sit with that and see how it makes you feel. I'm interested, in seeing if everybody practiced this, for the next 7 to 14 days, and we revisiting this and see, what everyone's input on that and experience is. I've tried it a couple of times myself. I definitely experienced an enhancement. I definitely felt more light and energy moving through me. So I would definitely say that there is something to this for sure. There is a power in this. There's a lot of light in this, and I'm telling you that this information, I would definitely say, came to me directly from Cheikh Amadou Bamba, because even with just saying Bamba-Tations, and just even the fact that, you know, everything that we talk about with zikkering, you know, both of these things have knots or humps in them, you know, that can be counted. And so that is not a happenstance that our body has this connection to what we're doing when we are zikkering. So that is not a coincidence that these messages came into my person. I don't know if this is a teaching that has been taught anywhere else on this planet or in any other esoteric teachings as I know of right now. I didn't find anything. When I did my research, I didn't find anyone connecting these particular dots. So as of right now, I'm going to say it's something new that I didn't know, that I just wanted to share with you all about that. And it's just all about deepening our connection. And this also has the propensity to accelerate the energy, accelerate what it is you're trying to do, what it is you're trying to manifest, you know, whatever it is, whatever the reason that you are doing the zikrs, the specific zikrs, whatever count, 66, 111, 1011, you know, however many it is. Like I said, these meditations don't affect the number. It's just bringing you into the physical aspect of counting outwardly with your zikr beads and inwardly and vocally at the same time. So that is what the connection to all of this is. So as we know, we have, you know, just the tree of life, you know, which is also, you know, connected to our spine as well. So when we talk energies, you know, up, you know, all of this is connected. All of it is connected. There's no separation to any of these things whatsoever. We are that, and that is us. Yes. Sister Lydia said, I'm okay. Olive oil, black seed oil, yeah. Rose, oil, both male. It is an oil for both male and female. So yeah, this has nothing to do with male or female. If you have a belly button and you have a navel, you can put some oil in there. I can see the connections. 33 is very significant, and 33, subhanallah, alhamdulillah. Okay, Allahu Akbar. Which use our only zikr for years. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're asking, Oracle, Lydia. But yes, 33 is definitely a master teacher number. It's no coincidence that our spine has 33 vertebrae. I mean, it's right there. It's right there.
Assalamu alaikum, Zema.
Yes, wa alaikum salam, sister.
I was making a connection with the 33 vertebrae because
Yes.
for many years the only dhikr that some of us did was after salat we would say subhanallah 33 times, alhamdulillah 33 times, and Allahu Akbar 33 times, with la ilaha illallah being the 100. And all of our dhikr beads were based on those three sayings being said 33 times each.
That's right. Give thanks for that. Darrah Jeff. And so she hit it on the head. So that's the teaching, you know. It didn't have to be a long thing. I just want to share, you know, with that. So, you know, I'm calling it Bamba-Tations. You know, it is quite literally something beautiful, I think, that we could utilize and we can work with, you know. This cord, this etheric cord, you know, is also, you know, when we talk about, you know, Islam and, you know, a lot of our practices being feminine, right? And when we do Shahada and Bayat, and, you know, we talk about, you know, connecting to the mother's side, the mother line, you know? So this is the reason why, like, you know, you're never really ever disconnected from the energy of your mother, is also because of this etheric cord, because this etheric cord was connected to your mother's etheric cord, that connected to your etheric cord, that then connected to your umbilical cord. So this is also the reason why, you know, if a mother hears her baby crying and the baby's hungry, her breast starts to lactate. Or even if there's a room full of infants, you know, when that particular mother's baby starts to cry, you know, it gives her a direct signal that that's my baby crying for me. That's my baby. You know, the body can energetically identify, you know, through that energetic cord, you know, that we always have. You know, I laugh because I would say, you know, this cord is also the reason why, you know, if you talk about somebody's mama, you know, something might happen to you. We hear more people getting messed up over their mama than we do over their fathers. And, you know, it's just what it is. You know, it's not anything that's good or bad necessarily. It's just what is, you know, sometimes we have to just, you know, let things be what it is. And I think understanding that, you know, is very powerful, you know, concept when we talk about connecting to, you know, just the divine source, the mother source through this etheric cord that connects all of us to source. And as I was saying earlier, you know, once you leave your body, that is the only time when that silver cord is severed from you. You know, and this is again the cord that connects us when we're soul traveling and we're astral traveling. So again, you know, when you're sitting in your meditation and you're doing your zikrs, you know, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, you're counting from the base of your spine up to the top of your vertebrae, which is right at the top of your neck, base of, you know, your head there. It's a very beautiful practice, I think, that we should practice if you feel so inclined to do so. All right. So any questions or comments about the Bamba-Tations? So I also just want to also remind you all that are on here, you know, about the fact that we now have an amazing school ring, and you can order those, you know, also have the official school scarves, you know, for sheikhs and sheikhas and for, you know, Taliban. And also this weekend, we have our, you know, ijaza ceremony for sheikhs and sheikhas, but anyone is welcome to attend, where certificates will be given to the sheikhs and sheikhas in Macon, Georgia, at Sister Caribbean's space. The flyers have been reposted several times in the groups. If you need more information about that, or if you're planning to attend. As of now, we don't know if any women are coming. Are there any women on the call that are planning to attend? Because if so, please let me know. And also just sending safe travels to everyone, you know, who is traveling there. Sheikh Mustafa, and I think Sheikh Sally and crew are all headed down there. So safe travels. Look forward to seeing everyone there. And, you know, this teaching tonight, y'all, was very short and sweet. Really not trying to hold everybody too long. Let me double check and see if there's anything else. Should we tap our third eye or rub oil on it during the Bamba-Tations? Listen, there's no reason why you can't. There's absolutely no reason why you can't. This is what we are learning this together. Okay. So if you feel inclined to rub some olive oil or rose oil or black seed oil, and actually turmeric paste and turmeric oil is very good to rub on the third eye for breaking up any debris or any psychic mucus that is there. So if you are wanting to enhance, you know, your third eye center, definitely, you know, the pituitary gland, if you want to enhance that, I would definitely recommend rubbing oil on the third eye. on your crown chakra as well, if you would like to do that. It couldn't hurt, rub it down your spine if you want to, as well. If you're choosing to do the spine meditation, Bamba-Tation, or if you want to do the etheric silver cord meditation. And, if you are so inclined to do all of them together, if you have the mind capacity to pull that off, then I'm like, go for it. Try it. Because, let's learn this together. And like I said, practice it for, the next 7 to 14 days, next 30 days. And, we can revisit it. I would love to hear you all let me know what your feelings and thoughts of using the practice is, when I come back next month, to speak the second Friday of November. So, that's your homework. Let's all try these Bamba-Tations in accordance with our Zikrs and see if it enhances what you're doing, if it accelerates what you're doing with the Zikrs, if it opens you up to more, see if you notice a difference in your creativity, in your thinking process, in your ability to meditate more, in your ability to have more inner peace, if it brings you more joy and happiness, if you feel like it opens up your heart chakra more. These are the kind of things that we're looking for to be enhanced with the inner and the outer. So we have an etheric Zikr cord, and we have internal Zikr down our spine, okay, that we talked about before. So let's check something else. Turmeric paste oil to detox the third eye. Yes, absolutely. So with that being said, good people, is there any other questions or comments before we close out in prayer that you have about Bamba-Tations and the inner and outer breakdown of lights? Give thanks, give thanks. I appreciate it. It's pretty simple, right? Simple, but beautifully not complex. It's very, very simple. So as we're moving forward though, when we think about the body, because we've lost so much spiritual teachings in relation to, the body and what we can do. So even on another level, for those of you who may or may not know about tapping, when we're tapping, that also helps open, the meridians. You can also do tapping. You can tap over the heart. You can tap over the third eye. You can tap, down your spine, as well, to even open up those meridians even more. So in traditional Chinese medicine, they get very deep into, the spine and the meridian system. You'll see that they'll go into C2, C3, T5, going into all of the different levels of the vertebrae on a spiritual level. And so, if you really get into traditional Chinese medicine and understanding how energy works and moves up and down our Jacob's ladder, if you will, our tree of life in our body, the staff, the staff, it's also like a staff, our spine is what holds us up and holds us together. But like I said, it also has the propensity to spread the light, spread the energy through the body as you are doing these Zikrs. So it's feeding the light directly into all of your organs and into, all of your body systems, your neurological, systems, everything, and so I think it's important that, we try it and see how it works. I we'll definitely be getting into the practice of what the beautiful Sister Muhammad was saying about the number 33. Why not? Do Zikrs with 33, counting up the vertebrae, and do that, with your Zikrs and see how that feels to you as well. So, we are in the testing stages of this right now and developing it, like I said, as we go. So, that's the beauty of you know, when new things come in for us, that enhances our practices in some way, shape, or form. So meditate on the Bamba-Tations, right? And I just give thanks for everyone for taking the time to listen to me. Blessings, love, and light again to, you know, everyone here that showed up. Sending love and light to Sheikh Sufi Ba, and Sheikh Salihu, Sheikh Ibrafal, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Nur al-Nur, Muhammad, peace be upon him. Also thanking again, Darrah Jeff, to Sheikh Mustafa for opening us up. And with that note, I'm going to go ahead and close us out with our Fatiha. Okay. All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Irrahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim. Wala dallin. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Could you type up the Bamba-Tations and put it in the chat? I can definitely do that. Someone asked for me to type up the Bamba-Tations and put it in the chat. I will do that. I will get that either out by tonight or early by tomorrow morning. You will definitely have that. So give me a little time to put that together so we can walk through this together with the Bamba-Tations, okay? So peace, love, and light, everyone. I thank you so much. Nur al-Nur on your path. Keep the zikrs moving. Keep the beads moving. Keep the beads moving. All right. I love you all. I look forward to seeing those of you who will make it down this weekend to Macon. And I will see you all soon. Peace, love, and light. Blessings. Assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.
Thank you, Cheikha.
Ameen.